All right, welcome to the Nikki Clarke Show. How's everybody doing? Woo! I love it, I love it. I love the energy. We are here live in the GOlive studios, and I'm so happy. The weather outside, sometimes a little frightful, but the people inside here are so delightful. Thank you. I'm your host, Nikki Clarke, and we're back again to share some more incredible, transformational stories from the heart from people who are doing incredible work in the community. And I am so happy to facilitate that here on the show. The show's been going on for 15 years. 15 years! Can you imagine? Amazing. You know, I really thank God for what He's done. This has been an incredible journey. I took a leap of faith and I left a safe corporate job as a college instructor and started the show in 2008, and I never looked back, and I'm so grateful that I just kept going, and look where we are here. So amazing. So with that said, I want to invite you to a very special 15th anniversary show, October 27th, here at the studios from 7 to 9. So you're all invited. And there's going to be music, lots of entertainers. We've got entertainers like Kiara Lee. We've got Desiree D. We've got Abel Maxwell from Ottawa. He's an incredible jazz musician, and so much more. So you have to come back. It's going to be a great celebration. So please be there. All right. So the show has been about transforming lives one story at a time, and we invite people from all walks of life to come and share their heart stories. And when I started the show, I dared myself to, remove my mask and to become authentic. And I found that, there is a lot of strength in vulnerability. So when we can talk about some of the moments in the valley, how empowering that is when people, know that you've come from that area and now that you've reached where you are. But there's a lot of beauty in those learnings in that period in the valley. So I thank everyone who over the years has been so courageous in telling their stories. So what I'd like to do now, I don't very often get the chance. I'd like to sing a song for you. A lot of people don't know that I'm a singer and a songwriter. And I have a concert that's coming up July 7th here in the studio from 7 to 8. And it's a combination of classic soul that I grew up listening to and some of my original music. So one of the songs I hear over and over on Saturdays when my mom is upstairs cooking soup. How many Jamaicans here in the audience, or West Indians? So you know what I'm talking about. Like, whatever weather is outside, Saturday was soup day. So she was upstairs cleaning and making soup, and she banished us to the basement. And in the basement is where my dad pulled out the 45s and the LPs and started playing classical soul music, all that. So here's a song that I heard, Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. So I hope you like it.
My darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. I still mine. I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers sigh, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Whoa, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Thank you. We'll be right back.
On my knees again, I'm praying. Gotta give me strength for one more day. Lay my burdens at your feet. No problem, no battle you can't defeat. My heart belongs to you, 'cause only your love can see me through. For your love, I surrender. For your love, I remember. For your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, no longer living a flat line. Saving me was part of your design. I put my
All right, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show. How's everybody doing? Wellness check? Awesome, awesome. Good to see everyone. And if you just joined us, this is the Nikki Clarke Show live on GOlive TV. The show is about transforming lives one story at a time. And I am super, super excited to have this guest back on the show for the second time. She does so much in the community. She is an author, she's a consultant, and she is a minister and just a wonderful friend. So I want to please welcome back Sharna Knowles to the show.
Thank you for having me, Nikki. It's a pleasure. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, what can I say? I am so happy that you're here, and there's been so much happening, you know, since the last time you were here. I think it was February of last year.
Yes.
And I've watched you. I've been creeping on social media and seeing all the great things that you're doing. So I just want to say congratulations off the bat.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So for those of us who don't know, you know, your background, could you tell us a little bit about what brought you to becoming a award-winning, multiple writing author of many wonderful books? Yeah.
Well, I would definitely say it all started with God and just being obedient to the Holy Spirit and, you know, support of family as well. I have my family here as well. And I just thank God for everything.
Yes, yes. God has been amazing.
Yes.
He's been amazing. And I know when you came, you came last year. You were talking about sharing about the 30 days in the world daily devotional. Can you tell us a little bit about that? This is what it looks like. Yeah.
Yes. So the 30 days in the Word daily devotional. It is 30 days with affirmation. 30 powerful affirmations as well. It's a quick and easy read, 2 to 3 minutes per day, with daily reflections and scripture to reflect on throughout the day.
Yeah, that's really important to have those
it
affirmations
is.
and, you know, to have the scriptural soundness of those affirmations is fantastic. And that's been going very well for you. I've
It's
seen
been going
the
very
book signings.
well. Yes, yes.
So you've had a number of book signings and you've been doing a tour, right?
Yes, since the last time. Actually, the Nikki Clarke show was my first show. And since the Nikki Clarke show, I was interviewed on 100 Huntley. That's a television station that's been around for over 60 years in Canada. So it's the longest Christian television station. I was interviewed on that as well. I was interviewed on Love 101 FM in Jamaica. And I do have a book signing in Los Angeles, California, coming up soon.
Oh,
Barnes and Noble,
Wow.
and also Indigo chapters, yes, sometime in August. It's tentative right now.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I think we should give her a round of applause for that. It's not easy. Wow. Just sowing incredible seeds of wisdom, you know, right across the world. I'm so proud of you. And this latest feature that you have, Leaders with Impact. Look at that gorgeous picture. Yeah. You get the beauty from your mama. I'm looking at your stunning mom. Like, we talked about aging backwards. I mean, beautiful, beautiful family. So tell me, how did this start?
How did this start? It was actually the last time I came here on the Nikki Clarke show. I met Annie Osler. She was also
She was a guest.
a guest
Yes.
as well, and we connected. And we did a collaboration, and this went international bestseller. Empowering women to impact, leading with empowering women to lead. Yes,
Okay.
serious.
And where can people purchase this book? Where's that available?
On Amazon, or they can contact me directly as well if they'd like one with my picture on it.
Right.
Yes.
What were some of the challenges you faced? You know, putting together a book is not an easy feat, so that's why I keep saying congratulations. 'Cause
Right.
I've been there, and you know, what was the motivation to get you through some dry moments? Because for me, I was like, no, this chapter's not coming. You know, like I need this inspiration. What was the motivation for you?
The first thing is knowing why. It's
Mm-hmm.
knowing the why, because once you know the why, then from there, you'll know what to do and when. So it's knowing the why. The 30 Days in the Word daily devotional, that was inspired divinely by the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
I know that I always wanted to write a book, probably 15 years prior, but keep on procrastinating. I went to a Leaders with Impact called to lead conference, and I got a confirmation, and from there I start writing. Yes.
And then the doors have just
And
been
then
opening.
the doors, yes. And one of the thing that, knowing the why, I do believe that everyone have at least one book in them. What's your story? Knowing the why, what's your story? I've always wanted to write a book about my personal story. However, I was led directly by the Holy Spirit himself to write the daily devotional.
Okay.
Starting with Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.
Right.
And then from there, so the challenges, as you asked about challenges, when you know the why and you've been led by the Holy Spirit, you can't go ahead of yourself. Many a time I want to, but then I went blank and I have to wait. In fact, when I call the publisher and notify them that I'm writing a book and it will be completed in 30 days, that 30 days took 6 months. So and as you said, there can be challenges, yes.
Right.
But it's the greatest thing is to plan it, do it, and live it. And
Okay.
even after the publication stage, the work begin really after publication. It's promoting, it's marketing,
Yes.
it's sales. That's really when the work really began. It's not during the writing stage. It's after it's completed.
those are-
After that pinch me moment.
I'm an author.
Yeah,
Now what do I do?
yes. That's when it really
Yeah,
began.
that's when it-
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that's amazing advice. How many people here would like to write a book? Yeah. Good, good. Talk to
Awesome.
Sharna.
Yes,
She's a
yes.
consultant on how to
Yes,
write a book.
and I've collaborated with Annie as well, and we did a workshop on how to the process for marketing, sales, publication. And prior to that, I did not know anything about writing a book.
Right.
But first, as I mentioned, we plan it, know the why, and then connect with an agent or a publisher, get information, network, get a mentor, find someone that's an author already, and ask question, do's and don'ts.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And then the rest will follow.
And then the rest, of course, will definitely follow. Yes.
Well, I'm very excited for you. Are there any signings coming up in the near future? In
I
Toronto?
am working on a few right now, confirming, and I do have one confirmed in Los Angeles with Barnes
Yes, you
and
mentioned.
Noble. That's in September.
Okay.
I'm working with the Knowledge Bookstore in Brampton.
Yes.
And that's sometime in the summer as well, and
Okay.
with Indigo.
All right. Well,
Yes.
keep us posted with that so we can
And
share.
Yes, and also Jamaica Sangsters Bookstore. It's one of the longest, over 100 years in Jamaica. So I've actually signed, something with them.
Wow. I used to get my
Yes.
primary books from Sangsters. Wow. It's come full
Yes.
circle. That's
Yes.
fantastic.
It is.
It really is. But one of the things I want to ask you, though, for those who are, considering becoming an author, and we talked about some of the challenges, but it's really hard for some people to overcome rejection. When you're hearing a lot of no's, it may take a while for you to get to that yes, because I faced that.
Right.
And, yes, it gives you a thicker skin, but you still have to go through that. How do you overcome that?
Absolutely. It's really being confident, knowing who you are, being consistent, and I stand on the word, be bold and drown out the outer noise. be bold, having the right focus. You know, 2 Timothy 1:7, God has given us the spirit of power, love, and of a sound mind. So reject fear and anxiety and worry, and just be bold, and whatever things, just think positive, affirm your day. You know, start your day right. Start it with God.
Start it with 30 days in the Word.
Start with 30 days in the Word, daily devotional. Affirm your day. And one of the greatest things is being bold and drown out the outer noise. And as you've mentioned, you know, sometimes it's hard. It can be disappointing when you've been rejected, but it's refusing to quit. It's day 17 as well. In the 30 days in the Word, daily devotional, it's refusing to quit. You will never succeed if you quit. So you have to refuse to quit, refusing to quit. Keep on pushing, keep on going. My chapter in the Leaders with Impact is chapter 4, which talks about the life of victory. And the life of victory is, without victory, there's no survival. You will not be victorious if you quit, if you give up. You have to continue. You have to pursue and keep on going. Even if you get 12 no's, you may get the 13th one will be yes.
I love that. Yes.
Yes.
I'll give her a round of applause. Pearls of Wisdom, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Well, I would love to order a copy of Leaders with Impact. I do have this at home, and I reference it when I need that motivation and inspiration, so please get your copy. But where can people meet you on social media?
At Sharna Knowles, and Facebook Sharna Knowles, and my website is sharnaknowles.com.
Okay, and remind us again where we can order the books.
Through my website, it gives you all the channels. The ebooks, you can get it on Nook, Kindle, Google Play, Apple Books, Amazon, Friesen Press, and Indigo, Barnes and Noble. Yes.
Excellent. All right.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Minister Sharna. God bless you. And I hope you can come back again and share more of the wonderful work that you're doing.
Absolutely. Working on 2 more books, so I will be definitely here.
Okay.
You never know, maybe next year for sure.
Year.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much.
You're
Sharna
welcome.
Knowles, everyone. Please follow her on social media and get your book. We'll be back.
Someone told me that if you want to manifest your future husband, you got to put it out there. So this song is dedicated to my future husband, wherever he is. You got me. Tripping off your loving. Tell me how you do that. Saw the tides of love come and go, and this time I know for sure, 'cause you got me. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. Yeah, you got me. You got me. You got me in the morning. You got me without warning. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, you got me. Baby, baby, baby. Tell me what you're thinking. I hope it's what I'm feeling. Hey, hey. Tell me how you do that. That my God, I'll let you in. And this time I am winning. 'Cause you got me. You got me in the morning. You got me. You got me.
Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show here live, GOlive Studios. Beautiful. We have a wonderful, wonderful audience. Thank you so much for being here. And we are back again with another incredible guest. I met her in Montreal in March, Montreal being my hometown, and we connected through a business networking event, and she's just super beautiful energy, wonderful soul, and very talented, and she's got a great empowering story for you. So I would love for you to meet Destiny Megan. She is the owner of Des Hair Care and Curl Specialist. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Nikki.
Oh, you're so pretty. I just have to preface that.
Thank you. You as well.
Oh, thank you. And I love your curls. Oh,
It's my products.
It's your products, and yeah, it's a little bit of genetics too.
That's very true.
See Daddy over there?
Yes. I have my
and
amazing
sister.
family with me. Yes. And my partner as well.
And your
Brandon.
partner. Wow, great. Thank you for being here and making the drive to Montreal, from Montreal here. That's great. So tell us, Destiny, about your background. What made you go into owning a business? Because I know you were a nurse.
Yes, I'm
before you
actually a
started
nurse
this.
by trade, yes.
Yeah, so tell us about that.
Well, I love nursing. I really did. I went into nursing with the goal of making an impact, being with people during their toughest moments, and I loved it. I really did. But there was something that was calling me. There was something, I felt like I was doing something, but I could be doing something more. And that's when I had the transition. It was actually during the pandemic.
You were nursing during the pandemic?
Yes, I
Wow.
was, as an emergency nurse, actually. So I was on the front lines. It was
Can you
really
imagine?
scary. And I thought, and I said, this is not exactly where I want to be. It just felt a little bit, there was something else for me. So I took the leap, even though people thought it was crazy. They were like, you're leaving your stable 9-to-5 career that you went to school for years for to start a business, a hair business. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And it was very nerve-wracking at first. It was a big learning curve because I don't know anything about business. I didn't know anything about business to start off with. But I'm learning so much about myself. I'm learning about people. I'm learning just so much more than I thought I would ever know. And I'm really happy that I made the transition. I'm very happy with the work that I'm doing. I see changes in the life of my clients. And yeah, I absolutely love it.
Awesome. They must miss you, though. at the
I miss
hospital.
them too, but
Yeah.
from afar.
From afar. But they support your business, I'm
Yes,
sure.
yes,
Yeah.
they definitely do.
Excellent. Wow, that's a big change.
It really
It's a big
was.
change,
It was.
yeah. And like you said, navigating through that season that we all experienced must have been very difficult for you, being an emergency nurse.
Yes, it really
And-
was.
And you must have had to find ways to come out of some really difficult days, right?
Yeah, it was. It was just. It's kind of just go. I wasn't much thinking. I was kind of like in survival mode. And once I actually stopped nursing, I was like, whoa, I could take a breath. I became myself again. I wasn't just an emergency nurse. I was Destiny.
Your destiny.
Yeah,
All right. So now your destiny,
I am.
the trajectory was changed to the hair business. So
Yes.
I'm glancing at some product here. So tell me a little bit about you're a curl specialist.
Yes.
And then we can talk about the products.
Yes, so I specialize in curly, kinky, and Afro-textured hair. And my brand essentially, there's like 3 branches of it. There's the salon services, where I provide things like protective styles, braids, twists, luxury extensions, and then also like natural curly hair care for like wash and goes and things like that. And then with the products, it's like providing the tools to people. So they have quality products that they can take home. I teach them how to use it. Very simple, natural ingredients that's actually good for their hair. And then lastly is the education. I'm really big on education, and I think I carry that over a bit from my nursing. I believe like the more knowledgeable someone is, the more informed they are, the better choices they can make for themselves.
Sure.
So I really incorporate that in my brand. I do a lot of teaching, whether it be online. I also do one-on-one classes. I do workshops specifically targeted towards like teens and younger kids.
Right.
Because society tells those with curly hair that their hair is unprofessional, or they have to wear it straight, or their hair is not enough. And that's just lies. And once you have the right tools and the right knowledge, you can take care of your hair and feel confident and have the self-esteem that I feel like a lot of the younger generation curly individuals, they don't have that. So my goal is really to empower people to feel confident in their skin and to love themselves.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's beautiful. So you have spoken about different curl types, right? So there is curly, kinky, and afro.
Yes.
Right. So
yes.
is there a type of coil, or how would you describe the coil moving from one to the next?
So they normally go on like a grade of like from 1 to 4. 1 is straight, 2 is more wavy, 3 is more curly, and then 4 is the really tight, what do we call kinky or curly hair.
And it's possible to have a combination of.
Oh yes, most people actually have. Yes.
Yeah.
And the crown of their head might be a different texture. I know me in the back, it's more of a wavy.
Yes.
So it doesn't blend all the time. You have to figure out different techniques and use different products for different parts of your hair.
Really?
Yes.
Different product for different types.
Different products, different techniques. So yeah, it's a learning curve. You're learning about part of yourself, part of your heritage, part of who you are, and I think that's really beautiful. It's like about self-love.
Okay. So I've learned that I'm a combination 3C 4A.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can work with that.
Definitely.
Okay,
I brought these
wonderful.
products for you actually, so you can use
All
them.
right. So tell me about what we have here. This is Hydrate and Restore shampoo, and I love the
Yes.
design
Thank you.
and the colors that you have.
Yes,
Beautiful.
I did it all myself.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
I'm so proud of you. So tell us about this.
Yeah, so that is part of our Hydrate and Restore collection. So essentially, all of the products that I make, the target is aimed at one of the main problems that those with curly hair have, which is dryness. Dryness, which leads to damage and then breakage. So it's packed with really, really good raw natural ingredients like shea butter, jojoba oil, sea kelp, carrot extract, things that really provide nutrients and fortify your hair.
Okay. And so we've got the shampoo, and then we've got the
Yeah, we have
complimentary
the
conditioner.
Yes.
And then what is in this?
This one is our organic hair growth oil. So it's
Okay.
completely natural, 100% vegan, raw oils. And we actually have 3 different kinds. We have quite a large variety of products that really can target different problems as well, whether you have dry scalp, itchy scalp, you have weaker hair, you want to thicken and strengthen your hair, we also have products for that as well.
Okay. Do some scalps have no oil or produce very little oil?
Yes, so
Okay.
that's why it's really important to speak with someone who's educated and actually cares for your hair, because it's not a one-size-fits-all for your hair. It really depends on your hair type, the texture, the density, whether you have, like you mentioned, the oil that's like the natural production is sebum. So whether you have too much sebum or not enough, it can lead to different problems. So it's really, I do what, with my clients, we do a scalp analysis. So we take like a little microscope, we take photos of your scalp, see exactly what your hair needs, whether you have dry scalp, patches, flakes, and then there's also conditions people have like psoriasis on their hair, alopecia, things like that that are not often spoken about in the curly hair community, but does affect a lot of curly haired individuals.
Can you name a myth associated with the curly hair community? I love that. What are some things that? What is one thing you want to dispel about curly hair?
One thing, and people might come for me for this, but it's
It's okay. I'll protect you.
it's that you shouldn't wash your hair often. People think, people would co-wash often, but your hair needs hydration. The main problem that curly hair has is dryness. So water is our friend. You should be wetting your hair very often. Your hair needs that hydration. You need the hydration. We're made up of 70% water. So your hair needs that as well. And that's one myth that people are afraid of water. They'll put oil, but no water. But that doesn't work. You're just sealing in dryness.
You're just sealing in dryness.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's something that you want to promote about curly hair?
What my whole brand stands for is that curly hair is beautiful. It's so individual. It's so unique. Everyone's curls are different, and yeah, I love curly hair.
Well, I love your curly
Thank
hair.
you.
And your sister has some beautiful curly hair too.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
You talked about, some of the negativity maybe associated with, wearing your curls, having your curls out, have your curls out. There was one instance with my daughter. I think she's about your age, but when she was at, I won't name the university, but she was in a university in Toronto, and she was studying broadcast journalism, and she was preparing for, like a mock-up interview, and she was faced, in front of the cameras, and she executed what she was supposed to do beautifully, wonderful delivery. The teacher called her aside, and she said, oh, I forgot to preface that her hair was, she had full afro, right? And the teacher called her to the side and said, well, really great production, but your hair is fun, but it's not corporate. So could you redo it with a straighter style? And my daughter did not like that very much. And she said, well, this bun style grows naturally this way out of my head, and I'm not going to be doing this production again.
Wow.
And she stood up for herself. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
So you might get that every now and then.
Yeah, and I'm
Like
so
a hair
happy
police.
that your daughter is willing to stand her ground and be confident. But imagine if that was someone who is younger, who's more impressionable. That will set them on the course for the rest of their life, where they don't have that confidence and they're viewing themselves in a negative light. I'm not enough. My hair is not enough, and that just sets the tone for the rest of their life.
Absolutely. So you have those workshops that, espouse those values of just embracing your unique beauty.
Yes, so it goes deeper than hair, and I often say it's more than just hair. It's a core part of your belief. It's something that you look in the mirror every day and you see. And if you don't love what you see in the mirror, then you can't love yourself. You're not going to be able to go through life productively.
Absolutely. Yes, I love that. So, word to the wise, someone who's watching right now, who's thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, what would you advise them right now based on what you've learned?
From what I learned, I remember I started off, it was pure passion. I had an idea and I was ready to go. I didn't know what to do, but I know what I wanted to do. And I think the most important thing that someone can do is sit down and get clarity. What is it exactly that I want to do? And just as Ms. Knowles said before me, she said knowing your why.
Yes.
Knowing why you're doing something, it's
Yes.
like the beacon light that guides you. When things get tough, when you have challenges, when days are hard, it reminds you like, it's more than just me, it's more than what I'm feeling right now. I have a goal, I have a future, I have a plan that goes beyond myself. And I think knowing that, and when your goal is to serve other people and not yourself, it's not about profit, it's not about money, it's really about making a difference in the lives of others, that is when everything just clicks. It's like things start to align, and that's when everything really starts to get rolling, and you're like, okay, this feels right, I feel happy, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Excellent. So passion meets purpose.
Yes.
And you provide.
There you go.
All right. Excellent. Destiny, thank you so much for sharing,
Nikki.
the wonderful work you do, and to, empower people about embracing their unique beauty. So where can people find you on social media?
You can find me online. My handle is Des Hair Care on almost every platform: Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram. You can find me on LinkedIn, Destiny Megan. And my website is www.deshaircare.com.
Now, if you're in Montreal, where can we visit you?
I'm located in LaSalle on Turley Street.
That's the address?
Yeah, 8073 Turley.
And did you want to share your number? I'm not responsible if some gentleman call you. I'll leave that.
You can hit me up on Instagram.
All right. Thank you so much, Destiny. She's been a pleasure. Destiny Megan, everyone.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
On my knees again, I'm praying. God, give me strength for one more day. Lay my burdens at your feet. No problem, no battle you can't defeat. My heart belongs to you. 'Cause only your love can see me through. For your love, I surrender. For your love, I remember. For your love, your love, your love, your love. your love. Ooh, no longer living that flat line. Saving me was part of your design. I put my life in your hand. You're always forgiving, you understand. Thank you, Lord, for what you do. 'Cause only your love can see me through. For your love, I surrender. For your love, I remember. For your love, I surrender. For your love, I remember. For your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, for your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, for your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, for your love.
Right. Welcome back. How's everyone? Fantastic, fantastic. Well, how are you enjoying yourselves? You're learning, you're having fun. Great. That's really the purpose of the show. It's to help people grow and to learn and to, have those aha moments and become unstuck, in whatever area they are in, personally or professionally. We want to drive you forward, and we have wonderful people here to do that. So, let me introduce you to just an incredible human being. I met him some time ago, and he's involved with a number of organizations. But we're going to be talking about something that is very close to him, and he is the managing director of Wentworth Strategy Group. Please put your hands together for the amazing Mark John Stewart. Thank you.
Excellent, Nikki. Thank you. Looking forward to our conversation.
Absolutely. Now, Mark is very humble, but he carries many hats. He does quite a bit. In fact, I saw him interviewing the mayor of Hamilton, Andrea Horvath, not too long ago. What was that experience like, Mark?
That was really interesting. So we swapped spots. I was the moderator for that conversation, and Mayor Horvath is recently elected. And as you know, this is a great time of both challenges and opportunities for Hamilton, for Ontario, for Canada. So I think the community really wanted to hear her outlook and her vision for her leadership. So it was a privilege to facilitate that conversation and to help be part of the dialogue that we're having about how we progress as a society.
Absolutely. So tell us about your background leading up to starting up the many businesses that you have, but Wentworth Strategy Group. How did that start?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, as you mentioned, we've met each other a number of times over the years, often connected through community. But one of the main themes that seems to keep coming up in our conversations is entrepreneurship.
Yes.
So really looking forward to diving into that conversation today and building on that theme of entrepreneurship, especially in a rapidly changing world. That means there's a lot of opportunities out there. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of people have a wish and a vision or a dream to take an idea and bring it to life, to be their own boss, to have a side hustle, to help support their family. And so I'll give a little bit about my journey and then
Yes.
happy to build on that theme. So the first business that I actually launched was back in 2007, Flyprint, which is a marketing agency, still in business today. Flyprint, because when we first started, we started actually in printing apparel. Mm-hmm. So clothes for universities and sports teams and things like that. And we iterated bit by bit over the years, as our clients, as the market asked us for different products, services, we eventually grew into a full service marketing agency. That is actually one of the big lessons I tell people about entrepreneurship. You don't need to know the end of the journey. Once you get into business, the market's gonna react to what you're offering, and you're gonna get all kinds of clues and insights along the way, and iterating is a key part of business. So actually, Flyprint itself is iterated in terms of how it's grown into a full-service agency. Mm-hmm. But Wentworth Strategy Group even was a result of being in business for a decade. and working with a lot of clients on marketing and having conversations constantly come up about what strategies, what direction, what goals, what visions their marketing plans were going to be tied to. So one of the things, again, in entrepreneurship is seeing market opportunities. We saw a market gap in the amount of high quality advice and strategic guidance that companies were getting. I've been teaching strategy for more than a decade. The topic was always on my mind. So that's what led me to launch with my partner, Wentworth Strategy Group, in 2018. So now I'm pretty busy juggling those two businesses and all the other good work that we do in the community together.
Right. Fantastic. And Empowerment Squared is one. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. So Empowerment Squared, we are a Canadian-based charity, also actually registered in Liberia, West Africa. We're focused on supporting newcomers in a diverse set of ways. So especially with an emphasis on youth, we do academic programming, we do sports and recreation programming, we do thought leadership. We've brought people like Lema Bowie, Nobel Peace Prize winner, to Hamilton, Daba Mandela, Nelson Mandela's grandson. In the very near future, we're actually bringing past Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, first elected female head of state in Africa, to Hamilton for a conversation. So we do a lot of direct support of people, but we're also driving a narrative around the world and here in Canada about building a better world and helping support people. And there is one other element that we've recently launched, which you've been a great supporter of, and we appreciate, the Southwestern Ontario Black Entrepreneurship Network, which is based in Hamilton and Windsor with partners, and really focused, again, on that theme of entrepreneurship with a special emphasis on helping Black entrepreneurs ideate and grow their enterprises.
Excellent. So tell us then, what are some tips that you could give us about driving forth your entrepreneurial spirit? One I would advise is just recognizing that you're a boss. You know, that that's the way you were born, and it's okay to accept that. For a long time, I knew as a child, I was like, I want to have a talk show. And I shared it with my strict disciplinarian Jamaican parents, and they kind of, there's no money in TV, is what I was told. So I went and I did the academic route. But that was one thing, accepting that you are a boss.
Absolutely. I think actually that's a good place to start. The reason why it's important to tell yourself that you're a boss is because there can often be a lot of fear and uncertainty behind entrepreneurship. It's generally not something that we're taught in school. If we don't have mentors or role models that are entrepreneurs, then it can feel like a little bit of a foreign concept. So even starting from a place where you have the confidence and certainty, or at least willingness to start and try, is incredibly important. So to build on your question about advice for entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, I'll focus on that group of people because there's so many out there. My biggest piece of advice is about taking it step by step and iterating. So let's say right now you've never been an entrepreneur, you have some aspirations, you're working a job, and the idea of becoming a full-time entrepreneur is so daunting. Giving up your salary for uncertainty. Are people gonna like your product? Are people gonna like your service? It's a big unknown. It's taking a really big leap. So it's very human to be a little fearful in that circumstance. So my advice all the time is, if you think you might be interested in that path in life, start small and try it.
Right.
You know, you don't need to quit your job tomorrow. You need to take 5 or 10 hours a week. And even if you don't have a business to build yet, do research about the business you're thinking about. Talk to people who are in the field, seek out mentors. That starts reducing that gap from being, I don't know what this is like at all, to I know a little bit about the industry. I have some contacts. I understand how the industry works. You can launch a business. You can register a business. You don't have to leave your day job. You can try and get some clients. You can work with your first couple clients. You can keep closing the gap. Just to close off the answer to that question, my original business, Flyprint, I had a job or was working for 10 years of having a side hustle until 2017, when I actually went full-time into entrepreneurship. So I enjoyed it through that time. I made some money on the side. I was proud of my business. And then one day I said, you know what am I waiting for? You know, I can do this. I've literally proved it. I don't have to wonder. I have a business that's running. So incrementing and taking those steps is a great way to end up being an entrepreneur.
I love that. Yeah. So 2017, you took that leap of faith. Yes, and you haven't looked back.
Absolutely. Although I'd call it a step of faith, right? Because
Okay.
I wasn't jumping into the chasm by taking that approach. I knew what was in front of me because I had been doing it. Actually, on that point, I'll layer in one other element. A lot of times people think entrepreneurship is making a huge investment, right? And going into a business where you have a huge amount of overhead, you got a huge loan from the bank. Quite often, the simplest path to entrepreneurship is taking what you're already doing professionally and just bringing it to the market, right? So, if you have some graphic design skills, you can just register your business. You don't even need an office. You can start offering those to family and friends and people you know, take on some clients. It didn't necessarily cost you anything other than registering your business and buying some software, right? So often there's ways you can start your entrepreneurial journey by just taking your skills, turning them into a product or service, having minimal overhead, and then growing from there.
Okay. That's very encouraging. Because a lot of people feel, becoming an entrepreneur is very daunting because of, the overhead that you alluded to, but it doesn't have to be that way. When people ask about even media, they think, there's all this expense that's involved. And I'm like, well, start small. Start with a Zoom interview and then work your way up. That's what I did. So that's very important what you shared. And I know with SWOBN, the acronym for that long word.
Southwestern Ontario Black Entrepreneurship Network. Yes, so not the coolest sounding acronym, but it works.
But tell us a little bit about what support you provide for the community.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are really proud of SWOBN. The way we looked at it is Empowerment Squared, our charity, has a philosophy of supporting people to be their best selves, reach their dreams, establish themselves. And we were always focused on academics and doing well in school and even job skills, but a lot of people's dream is entrepreneurship. Our economy needs entrepreneurship, our society needs entrepreneurship. So we took that same mission and thesis and we brought it to the theme of entrepreneurship. So we have physical hubs that are based in Hamilton and Windsor. In Windsor, we have great partners with We Tech Alliance, who are an established entrepreneurial network that support us there.
Yes.
We have a diversity of services. So we support and pay for our members to access professional advisors, legal, marketing, other areas. So for example, when you're starting a new business, making sure you're doing your basic accounting infrastructure or setting up your business legally properly can be an impediment. Those things are a hurdle. So how do you get started? So we made sure when we were creating SWOBN, we created access to those things. We have online programs. Our intake advisors will help triage a business, look at its situation, look at the aspirations of the owner, decide what specific support is needed, match them up with programming, again, advisors, mentors, even showcasing businesses. So we're just starting to roll this out now, but when you're starting a business, getting the word out is so important. So we're taking our members who have their businesses established and we're making sure to profile them through all our channels so they know the great things that they're doing.
Fantastic. All right. And where can people find you about Wentworth Strategy and also SWOBN, the benefits of registering with SWOBN?
Yeah, absolutely. So I definitely encourage everybody to check out SWOBN, SWOBEN.ca, or just search Southwestern Ontario Black Entrepreneurship Network. A lot of great information about there. If you're looking to connect with myself personally, pretty easy to find online. LinkedIn's probably the best channel. And my strategy consulting firm, Wentworth Strategy Group, we're at wentworthstrategy.ca, and always happy to speak to great companies, aspiring and in business entrepreneurs, and to support community any way that we can.
Excellent. Mark, I've learned so much from you. Have you learned a little bit? A lot. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. All right.
Absolutely.
Mark John Stewart, please follow him on social media. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Someone told me that if you want to manifest your future husband, you got to put it out there. So this song is dedicated to my future husband, wherever he is. You got me. Saw the tides of love come and go, and this time I know for sure, 'cause you got me. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. Yeah, you got me. You got me. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. Yeah, you got me. You got me. Baby, 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 tell me what you're thinking. I hope it's what I'm feeling. Hey, hey. Tell me how you do that. That my God, I'll let you in. And this time I am winning, 'cause you got me. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. Yeah, you got me. You got me. You got me in.
All right, welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show. Awesome. So I want to just thank everyone for being here, and those who have supported us online. Thank you very much. It's been an incredible show. I've learned so much and super inspired. And I want to just encourage you, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please reach out to me. The website is thenikkiClarkenetwork.com, or you can email me, contact@nikkiClarkenetwork.com. We want to hear from you and share some more great news. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you. So to conclude tonight's incredible show, I'm just so really honored to be a part of this incredible organization. And with us here to talk about En Route to Success, there's a golf tournament that's coming up in July. I'd like you to meet the founder, Dave Rudder, and also Board of Director, Clinton Hosanna. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.
Awesome. Oh, my pleasure. So thank you again for being here, and you've got a great group of supporters here. Let's make some noise again. And I like your shirts. Can I get one?
Of course,
Okay.
of course.
All right, we'll talk after the show. But tell me a little bit about En Route to Success, Dave. When did it start and why?
We just started about a year ago, back in January of last year. We started this program so we can give kids options. Besides just a lot of kids are geared to playing basketball or soccer or football. And we thought, something that golf and chess would be a great thing for kids to learn as well. Because you got some kids that are, because you're 6'4", doesn't mean you have to play basketball. You might want to play other sports. So we're giving you, the more options you have, the more decisions you can make, the better choices you can make. Mm-hmm. And it's both are two good skills to have in life as well.
Absolutely. And what are some of the options that you provide the youth?
We also do a mentorship program. We like in chess, we teach them, the skills in chess is like life. You got to make good strategy decisions. Mm-hmm. Memory in chess you learn. Mm-hmm. Clinton, go on. Clinton.
Life is like a chess
there
game.
you go. I'm passing
Clinton.
Yeah, I mean, in chess, obviously, it's about strategy and being able to think before you move, and making sure that it's not about that quick gratification, but also delayed type of planning, and then being able to reap the rewards afterwards. For golf, I think the premise behind that was that, deals are made on the golf course. And if you expose young people that are already doing well to opportunities to expand on that this is a tool that they can actually use in life. And ironically, they've loved it. They really have taken to it, and we've seen some great players come out of the En Route camp.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so now you've done the mentoring, you've done the educating, you're coaching, and now the golf tournament. Tell us about that, Dave.
Yeah, that's coming up July 27th at Turnberry Golf Course in Brampton. That's going to be, starts at 10 o'clock, I believe. We have some great sponsors. Actually, Nikki Clarke is one of our sponsors. We have Flow. We have Flow 98.7. We have Sony Canada. Brampton Library is going to be there. Don't forget DJ Depot. It's going to be there for sure. So a lot of good people coming out. We have entertainment too. Jordan. Junior,
Jordan's going to be there.
Jordan, yeah,
He's
gonna
huge.
be, entertainment.
Yeah.
And,
How'd you get Jordan on the show?
The same way we got Nikki Clarke, but
Touche.
we go for the best.
Thank you. Awesome. And who else is going to be involved in the golf tournament?
Yeah, I mean, besides the sponsors, we do have. I mean, En Route to Success is not politically minded, but we are situated in Brampton, so
Yes.
you know the mayor of Brampton always comes out to support all of our events, and you know the local councilors will also be there. Rob Power and such to come out and support us. So there's a political thing, but the biggest part and the most important part are the youth. You know, and shows like yourself and other supporters are making sure that you know these young people can get out there and they can swing and actually have a great day and have a good time.
Okay. So the day is what day? Saturday?
no, it's a Thursday.
Thursday?
It's a Thursday, July 27th on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. And
Starts at, I believe, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
10 until what time?
10 a.m. 10 till about, I think it's 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., 8 p.m.
Okay.
It's going on. After the tournament is the dinner after, the function after, so it's going to go on. It'll be going on for a while.
It's going to be going on.
Yeah, it's going to be going on. Yeah.
Awesome. And what do you want to achieve that day? What's the biggest thing for you, Clinton?
The biggest thing for me, you know, this journey with En Route has been amazing, and we want to see where it's going to get to. We're not trying to plan it as much, and with this tournament, we're actually showing the kids, the young people, how you can have an idea, and you can manifest that idea into reality, and then see it happen, and then afterwards, kind of look back and say, "Wow, this was great. What can we do next?" And grow from that. So the biggest thing is to actually have it go off, have these young people see people like Nikki Clarke, people like Jordan coming out to support them. It's a big deal, and then be able to see what make plans for what's next.
Excellent. And what about donations and more sponsors? How are you reaching out to get them?
You can go on our website for sponsorship. It's www.enroute2success.com. Hit the donate button to donate. And you can sponsor a hole. You can sponsor. You can be a main sponsor if you want to, and you can buy a table, sell your product there. So there's lots of ways you can contribute to the tournament if you like.
Okay. And what's the biggest thing for you? What are you looking for at the end of the day when the tournament's over?
For me, it's the joy of these kids. It's seeing a kid that couldn't even hold a golf club, and now it's hitting the ball 150 yards.
Wow.
Yeah, and I want to give a big shout out to our volunteers, and Shannon, Maurice Jefferson for sure, Frank, our instructor, the Pars, and Richie Leonard. All, but without them, there's no us, because they're great. Because they're a great part of it.
Fantastic. Wow. So the day is quickly approaching.
Coming up, yes.
And what do you need to help drive that there? What can we do to support?
You know, hopefully everyone comes out and support. Some more sponsorship would be great. We want to see you golf, Nikki, for sure.
I don't know how to golf
Well,
to
you're
save
gonna
my
Perfect.
life.
Perfect.
We're gonna teach you how to golf. We're
Swinging grass.
I have a professional there that's gonna teach you, Nikki, how to golf.
All right.
So,
okay. Now I
yeah,
feel
we just,
better.
you know, hope everyone comes out, have a good time. It's a relaxing, fun time. This is stress-free. Come out, enjoy it, enjoy the game. You might be surprised.
Oh, I can't wait. And maybe I could sing something for you.
100%.
Would that be
I'm
okay?
holding you to
Kidding me?
that. I'm holding to that.
100%.
Okay.
You know, everybody starts off in golf the same way. So for you to come out and have that courage the same way you do when you're about to sing, to just kind of swing and miss and be okay with that is fantastic, because when you see yourself hitting the ball afterwards, you'll be so amazed with yourself. It's like taking you to another level.
It's a transformation.
It's a transformation.
Awesome. Tell us again, Dave, where can people meet you on social media and how to support the golf
You can
tournament?
go to Instagram _enroute2success, or our website www.enroute2success.
Okay, Well, I look forward to that day. Thank you so much for taking the time to share the good news.
Thank you for having us.
My
Thank you,
pleasure.
Nikki, for having us.
And yeah, we're going to have to do a post story to tell people
100%.
how amazing the golf tournament was. So thanks again.
Okay,
Thank
for
you,
sure.
Dave.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
All right, thank you.
Clinton.
Thank you.
All
everyone.
right. All right, well, this is a wrap of the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Nikki Clarke Show. And if you want to see this episode, it'll be available in the next couple of hours. And you can always take a look at 15 years of empowering stories on the website, thenikkiClarkenetwork.com. So I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for this evening, and God bless you. Bye for now.
I'm a